Yeah, man, it's a new month. Last month was not the easiest in terms of price action. Honestly, I feel like, especially all the people on this call, I feel like we did pretty solid considering, um, the situation. I just want to talk about last month. The reason why the market was like hard last month because price was moving a lot out of session. It was moving a lot like not at macros exactly. Like I know it was like a lot of weeks where it's just like taking off at like 933, 934, and I know that be giving people FOMO and people like want to respect their rules and whatnot. And I definitely respect that because I was talking to Groove the other morning and we was having a conversation about how much experience actually plays into trading because your experience it becomes intuition. Like y'all know, I used to pride myself on having like a high win rate, and I do have a very high win rate, but I used to be the guy that's like 90% win rate and stuff like that. My win rate is very high, but this is a thing. If we were to look at my trade Zella, it's only gonna say my win rate is like 70%. My win rate way higher than that, but I'll take a risk and I'll get in the trade early, or maybe I'll size up too much and have to exit early, or I'll take a break even or a small loss and wait for price to figure its shit out. So I'll re-enter the same setup multiple times that will eventually hit. Like it's only been maybe 1 or 2 days where the stop hunt wasn't an actual stop hunt. I was maybe on the wrong side of the market for the time being, and then price will come back and go in my favor like hours later, which is straight also. So that's just me. I don't want to. This is just like a psychology talk, but I don't put pressure on myself to be perfect. I don't really. I care about that profit at the end of the day. I care about what I'm taking out of the market. I'm not so pressed on having like the best statistics. I used to be, but now I know what's important in life. It don't matter if you got a 98% win rate if you ain't taking no money from the market. So I realized that for all of us, like this is a journey where it's not linear. Like it's gonna be ups and downs. You're gonna take some losses. You're gonna take some big wins that's gonna have you up here walking like on the ceiling, and you're gonna have some losses that's gonna make you feel low as shit. So that's always gonna happen. Like it's gonna be a balance between those two on your journey, and it's up to us as a trader to make that balance kind of lean more towards like not doing stupid shit, not taking unnecessary losses, not crashing out. And then that's when you really get to the point where you're a consistently profitable trader. Because I be telling y'all this like for 2 years, like you got to learn how to become a profitable trader, right? And then you got to learn a whole other part of trading. That's why most people think they can just like get a mentor, learn a strategy, get a payout, and then they like done. It's not. They don't work like that because you need to also learn how to stay a profitable trader. And that's a whole different ball game than just becoming a profitable trader. Because once you got this golden gun in your hand, you can't just go fire off at everything. You got to learn how to use that bitch strategically because it's not an unlimited clip. It only got so many bullets in it. So you still got to learn how to maneuver your way and avoid certain market traps, avoid certain conditions and stuff like that. Avoid like when you'll enter whatever is trying to take control of your decision making. Cause like we all know, like we got voids to fill. Ain't none of y'all perfect. I damn sure ain't perfect. So I know like it's a reason that all of us want to do this. So that reason be trying to take over your mindset sometimes. Like you try to creep in and like force the issue when we can't force certain issues. Like we can't do nothing about the fact that price is moving before the macro. All we can do is either stick to our rules and not trade, which means we have to not have FOMO because the most important thing is sticking to our rules. But at the same time, y'all know when it come to this trading thing, I always compare it to sports. So I'm an athlete. I'm like Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant with this. Like I'm in the flow of the market. If I see it's been 2 weeks and the market not moving at the macro, but it's moving before, okay, I'm about to adjust something. Because instead of having FOMO and complaining about it, I'm gonna try to figure out like how I can be a part of that. Like, let me get back in my bag. Let me go to the charts and see what's really going on. Let me see if I see a pattern. Okay, maybe on Tuesday it's just taking off at 932. every Tuesday. Like, you got to do the work to be able to figure out what it is, because what I did in this game, like in my earlier years, and what I noticed that a lot of people still do, is they will use their rules as a crutch. And y'all know me, bro. I'm all about growth, because that's the most important thing here, is like growing, becoming a better trader, becoming the best version of yourself. And if you using things like that as a crutch, like, I stuck to my rules, then why do you have FOMO if you stuck to your rules? You shouldn't have FOMO if you stuck to your rules. So that's the thing. Like, don't like hinder yourself and like make excuses. And that don't mean like don't stick to your rules. Definitely stick to your rules. But if it's like I said on the psychology call on Wednesday, if it's been a month of something happening, then you might need to change your rules if that's not working for you. Like, yeah, just don't let that hinder you, and don't let it frustrate you when the market is moving at random times and it's not like falling in line with the plan that you set up a couple months ago. Because I feel like that's what be tempting people to crash out. People can't really be, for whatever reason, it's hard for people to be, even, I'm gonna speak for myself, I ain't even gonna say people. It was hard for me to not have FOMO in certain instances. Like, if I'm making all these great rules and then these rules are giving me good results, and now the thing out of my control has changed for whatever reason, like the market conditions, the time price moves, all that shit has changed for whatever reason, it would give me, like I heard one of y'all say it this week in the group, like, you feel like something going wrong. I mean, you feel like things are going right, and then the goalpost gets moved. And that's like a forever thing with trading. And that's like, a lot of y'all are gonna realize this is like, that's like the next level. Those are the type of things you gotta conquer to be able to stay a profitable trader. Okay, the market it's not really doing what it's supposed to do according to my rules. So now do I go chase it and crash out? Or do I go back to the drawing board to figure out what's up? Or do I just be patient and realize that this is just how the market works? It's gonna have cycles where it's slow. It's gonna have cycles where it's fast. And all of that, just focusing on all of that is what's gonna keep you a profitable trader. And like I said, a lot of people not even at that level yet, but you will, like a year from now or months from now, go back to this video and you'll be like, damn, he was right. Like, a lot of y'all are starting to realize, which is so beautiful to see, especially for like the vets, the people who've been here for a while. Y'all are starting to realize what I said last year is true. Like, the better you get at reading the market, the more frustrating and harder this can become if we let it. Because we know what the market's supposed to do. We know how to read the market. We know the signs that it's showing us, but then sometimes it don't do it. And when we know what we're doing, because we done it so many times, that can be very frustrating. And if you allow it to make you crash out, like, it will. So for my vets specifically, so much progress, man. So much progress. Like the green and yellow names, even the blue names in here. The people that's been here just got so much progress. And you want to just keep that momentum going. I feel like a lot of becoming profitable at trading is momentum. Like, when you have that light bulb moment, that ain't the time to be trying to take days off and like sleeping in late and shit. Lock the fuck in. Like, when you have that light bulb moment, when shit start clicking for you, you need to turn it up. Like, that's what I did. Once I was like, oh shit, diving in deeper. You got to be the same way. Like, you got to turn up once this shit start clicking. If you start getting like progress, I've seen so many people in the group do this. If you start getting progress, and then for whatever reason you stop blocking in for like a week or two, you go on vacation, something happening at home, or you just like doing shit that's just not like, everybody need to be in the market at 8:30. If you not 8:30, before, really, we be up at 8:30. But like, if you trade New York session, you need to be actively in the group. You need to know what you looking for, what you waiting on after the open. Like, you gotta lock in, because it really don't take that long. If you take it serious for like 2 weeks or a month, your whole fucking life will change. But what I notice is when people start getting success at trading, like when they get a light bulb moment, they slack a little bit, because they be like, oh, I got it now. Like, oh, my edge there a little bit now, so now I can just chill a little bit. That's no. Because what happens is you're gonna take them couple days off where you slack, or them couple weeks off where you slack, and then you're gonna come back, and because you haven't been watching the market like you supposed to be watching it, it might have changed a little bit. And now you feel like they moving the goalpost on you. Now you feeling like what you was doing not working, when in reality it's just like, if you was locked in the whole time, you could see that the market is just slowing down, and you just got to give it time. Like, it's just accumulating on a higher time frame. You know what I'm saying? So it feels like, oh, the market's broke. No, we just sitting in a weekly gap for fucking 2 weeks. The market's not broke. We just stuck between two higher time frame PD arrays. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. So that's just a little psychology tip for y'all. Lock it in, man, because I swear to God, it do not take long. And once it start, I mean, the vets could attest to this. Once some shots start going in, you're not really gonna miss like that if you stay locked in. You just gotta like not be in your own way. Mr. Black said, I'm feeling good, feeling confident. Had a lot of green days last month. To be honest, the closer we got to the end of the month, I let that get to me. Some days it was hard to accept the red day on the calendar, but most of them days I overtraded to get back green. Avoidable drama in my head. Clean state June. You know what, Mr. Black? Don't beat yourself up about that, because I feel like I'm on the outside looking in from like the mentor perspective. You done came in and put in so much work, bro, and like you done had a lot of progress in a short amount of time. So I know it's just like the same thing I was just talking about. I know when that happened, it just make you want to come on, because you can taste it. It's like Thanksgiving or something. Like, you know you're gonna have a good ass meal in the evening. You can smell that shit in the other room, but your mama like, nah, it ain't ready yet. You gotta wait. You gotta wait for your uncles and shit to get here. And it's like, bro, come on. It's so close. I can taste it. I'm hungry. So I feel like you making progress, but you also like finding your footing at the same time. So like, don't beat yourself up about like them over trading days, or I won't even say over trading. The red days on the calendar, to get them back green. That's something that all y'all gonna be able to do. I mean, y'all see me do it. Like, I can take losses, but I can, if I wanted to, I really can end every single day in green. But sometimes it's just like, you can't be doing too much now. But like, I had to do the same thing you talking about, where it's like, okay, I pushed a little bit more just to get back green. And I'm not encouraging people to overtrade, but I am encouraging y'all to take risk. Feel your limit. Like, y'all don't gotta take one trade a day. Y'all don't gotta take 2 trades a day. Some of y'all might want to take more trades, some might want to take less. But the only way you're gonna discover like what your risk tolerance is by getting your hands dirty. And I know it feel like a little dirty to do that, but it is what it is. It's part of the journey. Everybody done it. Just realize what you're doing so you don't overdo it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to make that just like a loose habit of just like trying to get back green. Cause sometimes, bro, like I'll tell you, I be looking at this market like last week when the market be slow and I ain't got nothing to do. Like, if it's like right now it's raining outside, like I'll probably look at the market all day. I don't necessarily take a trade, but I'll probably look at it all day. And sometimes the opportunity just really don't be there, like against your will. Like, I remember last week in New York session, one of them days, I just like, I'm looking at everything on my watch list, and I'm like, bruh, it ain't nothing I can do. Not on gold, not on EU, not on GU, not on NAS, not on ESYM. Like, none of this shit is moving or giving an opportunity. And at that point, it ain't nothing you can really do. You just gotta take that shit. So yeah, don't beat yourself up about that, bro. Focus on your progress. Don't focus on the perfection. Cause you had a good month and you've been making so much progress, bro. Like, leading by example type shit. My boy Joe said it's some stop hunts when you know where it's going, then you crash out and it goes exact to your target. Just gotta stay calm. Yeah, and that's exactly why risk management is so super important. Cause for me, like, I allow myself to miss shots. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know how I can make people relate to. I know all the athletes will automatically get that. Like, every shot not gonna go in, every punch not gonna land, every field goal ain't gonna go in, whatever. Like, every goal ain't gonna go in that you kick, whatever y'all do. Like, so I allow myself to be imperfect, so that way I can fall on my ass and get back up. Like, I want to be able to fuck up so I can learn from my mistakes. The only bad part about that is if you get so accustomed to fucking up, you become numb, and then you start doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, and that's insanity. So yeah, but just allow yourself to be imperfect. Like, I don't be tripping off stop hunts. As annoying as they are, the one thing I hate about the group, I'm not gonna lie, is like, we all trade the same way for the most part, but when people take one loss, their whole body be shut down. They be done. They don't take the next trade at the next macro. They don't re-enter it when they know it. Like, they know the order flow still holding in their favor, but because they just lost, or maybe this is probably the reason, they probably risk too much to the point where they can't even take the second trade, and now they got to watch all their peers take this banger ass trade, the same trade they was waiting on, and they can't take it with them. Now they got FOMO, and now they wrecked and shit like that. So we gotta be on top of the risk, man. Y'all need to be under risking, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, obviously I can't force y'all to stay on demo because y'all gonna whatever believe the internet and think it's like not real or not gonna benefit you. So you gotta run to your little prop firm so you can feel validated and get that dopamine hit. But bro, I'm telling you, like, y'all need to be under risking so you stop thinking about the money, think about the process. If you do that for a month, you're gonna be able to. I can't tell you how many one-on-ones, how many people hit me up where they don't have their edge, but they still on a prop firm. And it's like, damn, like, you can really make all your dreams come true, or at least be on the way to it, if you just stop thinking about this goddamn prop firm for like a month and just get your shit together. And then you'll realize, like, okay, I'm not focusing on the money and I'm getting the results I want within a week. And then you'll be like, okay, now let me put the prop firm back on, and now this shit's easy. It's literally that simple, but people be getting in their own way because they so thirsty for what a pay. Yeah. Do y'all know how many people I know that have gotten payouts and still trying to figure out life because that one payout then went and then came and went? That one payout you focusing on so hard, that's gonna be a couple $1,000s. That shit gonna come and go so fast to the point where, okay, now I'm back in the cycle and I gotta do this all over again. So just the skill set ain't gonna never leave. Like, it's crazy. Like, I can go options, crypto, Forex. The real truth is some of y'all need to be on Forex. I ain't even gonna hold you. Cause bro, like, on my Forex account, I think I had risked like $67 on a trade and won like 600. Something crazy like that. Taking the same trade I would take on futures. But on futures, I can never risk just like $60 because of the contract prices. And I can do it on any pair. I ain't trying to go on like Forex, but futures. But like, I can take gold, EU, Dixie, Nas, and risk the same amount of money, and know exactly how much I'm risking each time, without having to think about it. So most people can't even afford to trade futures, and they trade it. Don't take EU. Aaron, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I made like $1,400 on an EU trade in Asian session one day this week on my Forex accounts. I can show you the trade. It was, and I was forced to take it because fucking gold and Nas wasn't doing shit. Groove said, I never realized how frustrated I get when the daily candle is playing during flip time. Man, that shit be crazy. Especially when you know where the draw liquidity is. I hear you, LV. Good point for sure. I'm trying to get one more front of the account, but keep blowing it when I get 500, 900 left, especially take a loss of 1K out spaz. So that's a common thing too, Jamie, back to Wall Street. That's a common thing too. A lot of people trying to get funded, but then they fuck up at the end. And me, I can't speak on like what everybody else do, but me personally, when that was happening to me, it's because I'll be like a $900 away, $500 away, and I'll try to get it in one trade. Like, I'll try to risk more. I personally think that people, when they in profit, they should lower their risk and just focus on a process, grind it out all the way to the finish line. I'm not a fan of going up like you got to make 6% on your prop firm. I'm not a fan of going up 4% and then risking 2%, or going up like 2% and then risking 2%. I'm not a fan of that. Because you can do 2 weeks worth of work and then you decide to risk more now because you up in profit, and that one trade put your ass right back to the beginning. And bruh, that people don't talk about that enough. These dumbass influencers on social media just be saying, oh, just go up and risk, which I kind of get that too, but they not taking into accountability that, like for me, when I trade prop firms, I'm not going to lie to y'all, I'm trying to pass the eval in a day or two. I don't care how much money it take me to do, bro. I'll set a budget for like $1,000 and I'm trying to pass the evals in a day, whether it's $50 at a time, $100 at a time. I don't care. I'm not finna just spend weeks of my time taking A+ setups on something that's not gonna pay me. That's for me though. That's because I have a live account, and that's for me. But I wouldn't tell nobody who the prop firm is their only chance to do that. I'm gonna tell them to take their time and not over risk and grind it out so you can get where you're trying to go. So that's the thing, when people be online talking about, oh, you need to just raise your risk once you get in profit. It's stupid, bro. Because if this they only hope, it's gonna fuck up their psychology if they take that one loss. You get like, who the fuck is perfect enough to not be able to take one loss? So when you got like $900 left, $500 left, just like risk $250 and catch a 1 or 2. That way, if you lose, you're not set all the way back. Definitely over risk. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why people be. That should be driving me crazy, bro. It like always almost deteriorates me from calling signals, because I know if that first signal lose, nobody taking the next one. When in reality, like everybody, I shouldn't even have to call signals, because I'm literally walking you to the lake. All you gotta do is press the button when it's time and use the right amount of risk. He said, what percentage per trade? That depends on, what you trade in, and that depends on that. But if your current, I would say that if your current risk is making you like tweak out a little bit, or you can't take more than one loss in a day, you need to change your risk. It means you need to risk so low that you don't give a fuck about the loss when you do. Exactly, Gravity. That's exactly what it means, basically. If I can't force y'all to stay on demo to just perfect the skill, because you just gotta do a prop firm for whatever like fake validation you need to give yourself, then you need to risk low as hell to where it feels like a demo. So you can literally not be so affected when you lose a trade. Of course, say you preaching. Them facts though. I ain't talking about nothing that I ain't been through. So y'all already know. They said, yeah, I done that at Forex. You need a good broker though, because IC was fucking me up with their spreads and slippage. That's another thing, Joe. I want to talk about that real quick, because everybody, I feel like that's a crutch too. Everybody want to talk about the slippage and the spreads on Forex, but they be trading prop firms. Prop firms are going to intentionally slip you way more than any Forex broker will. And if you trade the way we trade, we not taking 1-to-1, so the slippage really don't matter that much, because every trade I take is going from 1 to 3 damn near. It's just a 1 to 2, 1 to 3 minimum. I mean, so the slippage don't really hurt that much, and they not worse than futures prop firms. But I agree, you do need a good broker, because I can see why that fucks with people's psychology. Gravity said, man, Aaron gets to a point, let it go. EU done gave him some real trauma. I feel like that about Nas sometimes too, so that's why I ain't even disagreeing with him. Because I feel, what's the broker? Y'all know the broker. The broker I'm using is Henko, with the Forex broker. So good so far. I haven't processed a withdrawal. I'm going to process a withdrawal. I ain't want to do it on Friday because I don't want them to use that. Like we don't work on weekend shit. And they claim that they have like 24-hour, 48-hour withdrawals. So I'm finna see. I'm finna make 2 withdrawals. I'm finna make one for like $5K. And then I'm gonna make one on my smaller account probably for like a band. And I'm gonna see if they really do what they supposed to do. That's why I ain't even really telling people like do this, do that yet, because I want to see. It's like sports as well. You get to that final payout, mess up and lose. Yeah, job not finished. Job not finished, man. And it's so hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I've been trading for so long, and I still, like, if I get to the point where I'm about to pass either an eval or get a payout, and I'm at that last stretch, I still feel it just like y'all do. I'm still nervous, hands sweaty, all that shit. And I'm like, why the fuck did this fucking prop firm got me feeling like this? It's like insane, bro. I don't know why it got me feeling like that, even at my level. Now I can make $30,000 or damn near $30,000 in a month, but them prop firms will still have a fucking chokehold on me. And it's all ego. It's literally all ego, because I know what it appeals to. I know what a prop firm payout certificate, I know who that appeals to. So that'd be the only reason. It's just all ego. Like, for some fucking weird ass reason, people somehow respect like one single prop firm payout certificate over months of live money being generated. And because that's all they can see themselves doing. They ain't looking far enough to see themselves with a big live account. They only focusing on what they can see. I'm finna stop doing that. I mean, or you just gotta pray. It just depends, Jamie. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Because like, if I'm $500 away or $900 away, I'll probably do negative RR because I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't need it. So I'll probably risk 2 bands to make $500 if I had to, which has also got me in trouble before. So I don't want to encourage people to do that, but it just all depends on. It depends on your situation. I can afford to run through 100 prop firms in a day and not be hurt. Some people can't do that, so they gotta risk the right way. Me, I'm gonna treat prop firm like a video game. I ain't gonna coach nobody else to do it, but that's what I'm gonna do. That's true if it's 1 or 2, 1 or 3 FX. We be forgetting about stuff like that. Like, damn, every time I win, it's a 1 or 2, 1 or 3. Why am I tripping off of some little shit? What was that? Market robber? It just says M. It says I go instant funding and trade conservative $6,000 draw down only 150 risk per trade. Yeah. So one thing about that too is, if you got a lot of drawdown on your prop and you're like taking tiny ass risk, now you're gonna subconsciously put too much value on that prop firm because you've been trading it so long. Like, if you've been trading this eval for like 2 months, you don't want to lose that. You done already put in 2 months worth of work. So now you extra anxious. So that's something you got to be careful with too. It's just like the balance of everything. It's crazy. Gold gives me trauma. Gold be pissing me the fuck off. I ain't gonna lie. Because it goes so slow and then it get one candle that'll wipe out a whole move. Pull back, hit your break, your stop loss, break even, all that. And then go in your favor. Let me know how that go. I'm gonna let the world know how it go. You already know. But y'all will be the first to know. For sure. EU made me feel like after the first payout, I can't trade no more. Well, that's not true. Aaron, let me ask you something. If you learn how to play basketball, or you learn how to ride a bike, let's do the bike. If you learn how to ride a bike, right? That's the equivalent of you learn how to trade. But then you want to go ride your bike, but you notice outside that it's raining or your tires are flat and you don't have no pump. Does that say you can't ride a bike? You don't know how to ride a bike? That just means that the situation it's the same thing. Like, you know how to trade, but if the market conditions are printing tiny ass candles during the session you trade, you should never feel like you can't trade because it ain't nothing you can do about that. If anything, the last month or the last really year should have taught us is like, we literally have no control over market conditions. So when it start printing them tiny ass candles, it don't matter. It don't matter if you God of trading, bro. You gonna get your ass clapped. It is what it is. Cause two things gonna happen. Either you're gonna get stop hunted because it's manual intervention, or your mental capital gonna be chewed up. So you're gonna start like doing shit that's not high probability. So that's why when them candles start printing tiny, I don't care how good the structure look. It's non-negotiable for me. I'm not touching the charts. How the spread on Hanko futures spoiled me. I mean, I got a live trading video on it that I'm gonna probably post in the next couple of days. So I ain't really seeing no crazy spreads. I don't even know if they have spreads. I know like when I click buy, it might take like a half a second to put me in, but I feel like it does that on futures too. I for sure know it do it on futures prop firms. I can tell you that. Hanko better than fucking Top Step. I can tell you that 100%. But it all depends, because the reason I went away from Forex in the first time is because all that stuff with my Forex funds, and I just realized like what was possible on a Forex broker. So I just ain't want nothing to do with it. I never got scammed by Forex. I always got my withdrawals from Hanko. It never took long. I never had to like do nothing crazy, like show my strategy or whatever the fuck Apex asking you to do. I just went away from it because everybody went away from it. It's like the cool thing to do. But that money, I ain't gonna lie. And now, I ain't gonna lie, another thing is that Florida, y'all seen I posted my story, they talking about getting rid of capital gains on crypto. And you know, when you deal with Forex, you got to deposit and withdraw in crypto. So that low key made me want, I ain't gonna say it made me want to go away from futures completely, but that's amazing. Like, if it work how I think it's gonna work, if all the money I make, if I ain't got to pay no capital gains on it because I'm doing it through Bitcoin, man, what? Forex props, you need to go hard. Yeah, I haven't done a Forex prop in so long, so I really don't know. Last time I was doing Forex props, I shouldn't have been doing them. I didn't have the edge I have now. I was on supply and demand trying to figure out a fucking break a candle, so I definitely should have been nowhere near a prop firm. And that literally almost killed my career. I was literally about to quit until somebody dropped ICT on me. I literally had in my mind, I'm done with this trading shit 5 years in. And then somebody's like, yo, have you heard of ICT? I'm like, I ain't got nothing to lose at this point, man. As well check it out. But yeah, doing a prop firm before I had my edge literally almost made me miss out on the life I'm living right now. And that's so insane when I think about it. And it was all my fault because I should not have been trading on a prop firm because I did not have an edge yet. My edge was like 60%. That's not good enough. It need to be 100%, not 99.9. You be sending out 1 to 12 RR. Yeah, that baby going. Gotta drop. We'll watch the replay video for sure. For sure. Even though I did good in May, it was stressful. Facts, that's how I feel.